I want to tell you about a person named Hercules Johnson. Hercules is not a customary and usual name. So I didn't know him. He walked into a fundraiser that I was at. I'll never forget it. It wasn't mine. And he had the whole day on him. The whole day. Wherever he worked, it was really dirty. Because he was covered from the top of his head to the bottom of his feet in the day's work. And he was walking right towards me. Now, I am known as a hugger. And I was looking and saying, oh my. I know he's going to walk right past me. And he didn't. He walked up, and I said, and my father used to say to me, don't think yourself so big and so important that you'll not shake the hand or hug the person next to you. So I opened my arms, and I hugged Mr. Johnson, and I shook his hand. And he looked at me and he said, you got a brother named Jim? I said, yeah. He said, Jim is retired, isn't he? I said, yeah, Jim's retired. And he says, let me tell you what Jim did in 1994. Hercules Johnson was developmentally disabled. And he talked about his hope and his desire to live independently in his life. And he had come to a point where everybody had given up on Hercules. Everybody. Every agency, every institution, and every friend. And he said, but your brother never gave up on me. Your brother pushed me and pulled me and demanded that I live independently. And through hard work, I could. Tell him he saved my life. And I said, I'm going to tell him that. Because I remember the day before, there were 3 questions this person wrote on an ink board, and I'll never forget how profound these questions were. And my oldest brother looked at me, and he said, I'm going to die, aren't I? I said, James, you are going to die. The questions were not if. The questions were what treatment would sustain them and for how long. And none of them would sustain them for more than 4 months. Hardest thing in the world to do is to have somebody you love so much look at you and ask that question, am I going to die? And to tell them yes. I said, James, I want to tell you about Hercules Johnson. It saved his life. And Mom saved letters about your role in Hercules Johnson. And for 34 years, you went to work every single day, and you made a difference in people's lives. For 34 years. There's a higher authority than anybody in this room who's determined that your job is not done. That what you do is critically important to people's lives. We can make them healthier. We can connect them. We can create communities, tie them together, weave them together in a nation that's going to have to be brought together in the 21st century because of the unbelievable social changes which are now occurring. Your job's not done. You've been given this day, and it's a gift. You've been given gifts of weeks, months, and years because your job is not done. There's a Hercules Johnson there who would come up to you and say, colleagues, I was on this trail, and this is what it did for me. I lost 80 pounds on it. Or I'm on a trail, and all of a sudden I'm no longer fearful of my neighbor because I see them on the trail. I am biking, I am hiking, I am running, I am walking. But my quality of life has been made richer and better and more sustainable than ever because I'm on those trails. Don't minimize that artery and don't minimize that vein. Don't do that. In this age, we need to be brought together, not torn apart, and those trails are our connectors. And when I'm in a car commuting, I don't have to talk to the person next to me. I can roll up my window, which I do, and play my music as long as I want, which I do as well. I'm an R&B. I don't like country music. You like country? Roll your window up. I got my R&B. I rock all the way down the road. When I'm on a trail, I don't have all of that in the way. I can put my headsets on, and I say hi to people. I say hi to them, and when they look like me, when they need to lose weight, I say, hey, keep it up. Keep it up. Because we have something in common. We're wishing to achieve change in our life. When my kids are on that trail, they see their old friends that they haven't seen in 8 years and 9 years and 10 years. Connect. There is not a single thing I can see wrong with the trail. Ever. Ever. You cannot talk about cities. You cannot talk about the future of this country and our communities without these conversions.